Single on a Saturday Night, a TV show that features intriguing conversations about music, cooking, celebrities, and more.
Give us the name of the best place to have sex.
Library.
Inside of the champagne glasses at the Poconos Inn.
On the mountain at Poconos Inn.
Yes.
On the roof type deck over there where they trying to grow them organic fields, give them some extra fertilizer.
This show reaches men and women that are single and looking for a positive outlook.
This is Single on a Saturday Night. We do this every fourth Saturday right here on Zoom for the moment until we get to go live and in person. And today we have a great show, as we always do. Like I said, we're getting grown today right here on grownfolksradio.com. Today I am Shelly, single, never been married. And chilling, just chilling, enjoying this singleness. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves. Coming with the guest last, so I'm gonna go ahead to the Storm.
What's going on, family? Hey, Shelly, I have a question first before I do my introduction. You're only Shelly today? Can you say today I am Shelly? You only Shelly today?
I know, right? I don't know.
You only single
you
today?
know, I had another thought. I had a thought in mind. I was like, I messed that all up. But there you go. Yes, I'm Shelly Shell all day, every day. But I was in a thought pattern.
All day, every day. What was going on, my sister? That's my sister, Shelly Shell. I am TC Caldwell, BKA Stormy Weathers, also known as your big homie, and I am single. I am a father of the future. And let me see. I pretty much do everything. I'm a Renaissance man. Because if I can't do it, baby, it probably can't be done.
No, it can't be. It really can't. Cooking. My cooking sister up there.
Hey y'all, my name is Jay Renee with Hip Hop Humanism and Hip Hop Humanism Radio. I appreciate being here on this platform, and I am currently in a relationship.
Awesome. All right, I think Matthew, get in the middle. So you like Moni in the middle. Where's she at? In the middle?
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Matthew. I'm so happy to be here at Single on a Saturday Night. I'm going through my, separation, divorce thing. So I always get something out of the show, and it's so good to see everybody. It's been so long. So thank you.
Cool. I want to say your name right. Swaya? Are you?
It's Swia.
Swia? I was trying to be fancy with it. I'm saying Swia. You can introduce yourself if you like.
I'm Swia, and I'm in a relationship too.
Awesome. Kay Bailey?
Hey everybody, I apologize for not showing my face. I'm getting myself together, but
that face is beautiful no matter what. Stop it.
Catrice Bailey, mother of three, single, and yeah.
That's it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. I was waiting
more,
for
but I said it's more, but my brain is full right now, so I really can't thank y'all. It's gonna be okay.
You said my brain is full, but you have those days. We all have those days where our brain is full. I feel like my brain is full right now. That's why I said today I had so many thoughts going through my head, like what happened to the person who was supposed to come back? She didn't come back yet, but I'm going to get into the guest. The guest of the day is Timeless Thomas. I've known him for a little while. Actually, it's been a while, but until he started telling me about the book, I had no idea that he had been to prison and that he has turned his life around. It really wasn't evident. It's not like it's any evidence. You can't see it. You don't know it. You can't tell. So the fact that you have written a book to really tell everybody about it speaks volumes. So tell us, introduce yourself the way you do, because I know you about to come on real big. I'm about to sit back and listen to this. Go ahead. It's on you,
I'm just gonna come on. Cheer. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how I do it. Shit, baby, it's Big DZ, aka Timeless Thomas. I'd like to shout out Philly Oprah, who is one of my mentors on the com. I never really tell you that, but you know you're my mentor. I wrote the book, 101 Things You Should Know About Jail, with a bonus chapter of 50 questions that you should ask anyone returning home from prison. Mind you, the bonus chapter alone is worth the price of the book. The average person gets out of jail, friends and family members be newsy, ask them 5 questions, maybe 10, maybe 20. But you really don't know 50 questions that you should ask anyone returning from prison. It's all inside the book. So I ran across some people that say, I don't need to know, I've been to jail. And then I ran across some people that say, well, I'm never going to jail. This is just information. And I believe that everybody should have a copy of the book. And here's the reason why. We're all one mistake, one misunderstanding, one false identification away from not just being incarcerated, but having your first cellmate have maybe 17 years in all push-ups. So you need to know what's going on behind these gates. And that's what it is. It's not an urban novel. It's a handbook. It's a manual. It's gospel. Real quick, one more last thing about the book before we get into the show. This book, now I'm Muslim. This book was published by a Christian publishing company. When I let the brother read it, he said, oh, this is redemption. He said, I got you. And he threw me a little small deal, little teeny weeny bag. And I said, this bag's going to grow. And I ran with it because, our people often go to jail. And Shelly, I'm glad that you said, well, I'm going to connect this with Single on a Saturday night, because there is some sisters, you know what I mean, who've had them prison relationships and yada yada.
We won't get into it right now. We won't get into all of it. We're going to get into the topic.
So, there we go.
Yeah. We're going to get into all of that. All right. Red Snapper, you ready?
I'm trying to get ready.
I just want you to introduce yourself before we keep going.
I'm sorry. Hi.
You ready? You ready, baby? You just try to get that camera right. You ready? Go ahead, girl.
No, I had to go through like a lot, but I am comedian, hostess Ray Snapper from Philadelphia. And
published by a Christian.
Oh, I'm sorry. Nice to meet everyone. I know I met some of you before. Nice to see you again. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes, Happy New Year, everybody. If we did not say that, Happy New Year. Yes, my sister. All right. We're gonna get into this topic. All right, what we're talking about is Patrice said hi, everyone.
Hi.
She's still getting herself together. If you could try something for me, little house, if you could try turning your phone sideways. I don't want to mess you up, but if you could turn it sideways, horizontally, see what they would look like. Red Snapper.
Oh, sorry, baby.
No, I just want you to, because it all goes on TV. This is all on TV. Everybody agree we good? This goes on TV. This is on television. It's on the radio right now. We on right now live on the grownfolksradio.com. We are talking to timeless Thomas Big DZ. He wrote the book about everything you need to know about prison. But some people think in their head, why in the hell, excuse my language, why in the hell do I want to know anything about jail? But think about it. How many here has dated or currently dating someone who has been to prison? I will put my hand up. Hand up.
Definitely.
You said currently. You never did Snap?
No, honestly, no. Mm-mm.
No,
not at all.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you why when I get.
We'll get around. Time. So because I am going to go around. and definitely want to know why. I would have thought personally I would never have either, but I have done it several times. So I'm going to go with that. So since we have, some of us have dated people who have been in prison, what should we ask? Timeless. I mean, you're saying we should have asked some questions. What should we have asked? Let me know.
Well, that part there, Shelly, is what I want to. That's why I want people to purchase the book. But there's things that you do need to know. Are you talking about post or pre or during? Like, what part of the dating process are you talking about? Are you referring to?
Okay, so we're all in different stages. I have dated someone who has been to prison, so I want to know what And I'm saying that 100% I wouldn't do it again. So I'm saying to you, what is something I should have asked prior to?
Prior to them coming home, or prior to you even getting in a relationship?
Getting in a relationship.
Well, you need to know how much time they have, and you need to know what they are incarcerated for. Because see, the good thing about dating somebody in prison, right? You know where they're at. They ain't going nowhere, and you can take your time and have the conventional ancestral blueprint. You know what I mean? You can date for a long time, you know, seasons, years. You can find out your likes and dislikes. You can find out how they're doing in the winter, how they're doing in the summer, how they're doing when their grandma dies. You know, you do a whole bunch of stuff before you interact physically. And that's a blessing. And then that way you can pretty much, you know the person. However, people in prison are con artists too. People can be deceptive for years. I've done it myself. I've had women hold me down, tell them exactly what they wanted to hear for years, and then even 4 and 5 years, and then they come home because unfortunately I did 13 years on the installment plan. I did 2 years, then 5 years, then 6 years. Now I'm done. And then I come right home and then go every direction but that sister's direction. So
all right, can you stop there? Can we stop right there? I need to unpack that. And then I need you to look this. I don't know which way you're looking. Yeah, look straight at us, because you're looking to the side for me. Yep. Looking straight at us. All right, cool. So
is this straight over here?
I think so, because the other way you was looking to the left. All right, you good. All right.
Okay.
So you saying that you've done this? You've done that whole. I know women who have been distraught over something like that. So why do men do that? Why?
Well, at the time, and I can't speak for all men, but I can speak for myself, and I can speak for a few other men that think like me. When a person is in prison, they are expelled from society. They don't have hardly any resources. So when you meet somebody that has like energy, that's feeling you at that point, you don't care what they look like. They could be fat, skinny, they could have one eye, they could be crippled. If they're coming to visits, answering calls, writing love letters, spraying perfume on them, you do fall in love with them, for real. It's not a game. You actually do develop an extreme amount of feelings. Because like I say, there's somebody's texting and getting on my screen. Like I say, there's nothing in the way. You know, it's the whole world. Y'all two create a world. But then upon release, you're released into the real world where there's choices after choices after choices. So then this is where the problem starts. See, when you're dating them, there's no competition. It's you and them. You're on every phone call. You make sure you're at every visit. Nobody can't even get in their life. You're mad when their own mom comes to see them. You're like, hold on, I thought that was my visit. But in the real world, first of all, they feel like they got to come home and catch up on everything. So you're not even in the picture no more because you already know me. We already did us. Now I got to do all new stuff. And unfortunately, you're not included. And then here's the girl with the shape or with the bank account or the credit or the religion or whatever that I am attracted to. And so now I'm really about to distance myself from you, and I'm going to be able to detach easily. Because when you're incarcerated, you don't hold on to things. At any given time, they can call your name and move you to a different building or a different jail. You don't get used to something. You have to be able to get up and pack up and go. So we can jump in and out of a relationship easy without feelings. And now here, the woman, you guys are more vulnerable. You have more feelings. You put more into it. You're being sincere and genuine. And you can't believe it. You think you're taking this shit personal. You're like, man, I held this dude down for all this time, and then he did what? But you're not even.
I'm sorry. I was like, exactly. He's about to get me mad. Go ahead.
I got an attitude.
Yeah, but you're not in the mind frame. You're not being empathetic of what the person's going through. You know what I mean? Because
you want wait. You want the people out here who holding you down, who falling in love, to be empathetic? to what someone's going through, but you're not empathetic to the person who held you down, who's in love, who was expecting the future. So why should the person who's out here being all, hey, I love you, you're my boo, waiting for you, doing everything for you, why should she be empathetic to you?
Well, maybe empathetic wasn't the best word. Let's say this word. Maybe you need to be realistic, because nobody told you to fall in love that hard. I mean, the person is incarcerated. So I mean, there's something missing there as well. If you're making a conscious decision to date somebody who's already on their back versus somebody who's out here, because there's nobody twisted your arm behind your back. You're making a conscious decision to say, hey, I want to be faithful to this person.
Hey everybody, it's your girl, Shelly Shell Williams, producer of Single on a Saturday Night. Thank you so much for watching right here on Philly Cam. If you are single on a Saturday, Sunday, or single every night, text Word on the Street to 22828 for your chance to win our official Single on Every Night t-shirt. So text Word on the Street to 22828 for your chance to win a free Single on Every Night t-shirt. And you keep watching Single on a Saturday Night right here on Philly Cam.
Here's what he's saying. And this is what we do here on Single on Saturday Night. We talk about these type of things, but this relationship and the compilation and the makeup is the same as any other relationship that somebody decides to get into. It's about the level of communication that you have, not only about the space that you're in, but the space that you're trying to go to. What is the expectations? What are our expectations from you're there, I'm here, I'm holding you down? What happens? And this is what he's saying, 100 things you need to ask, because you need to know, just like with anything, you don't go, well, you do. You start off in college undeclared, but you eventually declare a major so that you know what you're going to do after graduation. When you go to high school, your intention is to get that high school diploma and get out into the world. When you have a job, you have a deadline or a project or something that needs completion. So you have steps that you have to take to get to that place. This is no different, because one, dealing with somebody that's incarcerated is a gamble. And if it's a gamble that you take and you don't get as much communication or information as you can at that time about what's what, then you have nothing to found it on. You're just going on pretty much a whim, because like you said, you got to be empathetic to somebody that held you down. Well, the person made an investment. And it's just like what we do for those of us that have portfolios and stock investments. It ain't no guarantee that that thing is going to hit big. So you have to manage it and watch it as you're going along, as well as talking to your advisor, your financial advisor, whomever, to see which way you need to go. Because if you see something starting to bottom out, you might want to start reconsidering those investments and moving some stuff around and seeing how you can better put yourself in a position to benefit. And it's no different than what he's saying. He was in a particular place and mindset because of the structure that, and I'm not saying him, but being incarcerated, and it's a certain structure that you're under. There's a regularity, and you're absent of certain options. You're absent of certain engagements and interactions with people. Then when you get your freedom, it's just that you free and dumb, because now you out here sowing your wild oats like Hakeem. You out here getting up with your homies that you ain't seen. Some people get back into that that mindset of what got them into jail. Some people get write books or get with people that keep them from going back, because they realize, you know what, from when I was growing up, all the real OGs that came out of prison made sure that was a place that I didn't want to go. I don't know who these fools are that's telling them, or got cats believing that shit is excuse my language, that's a status symbol, getting locked up and having street cred or what have you, because it's not. And you're talking to someone that was locked up. So somebody that dates me has dated someone that was locked up. The reasons or the circumstances might have been different, because I said I ain't going to jail for no stupid reason. So one of those non-stupid reasons came up. But the fact of the matter is, I declared while I was dealing with that how I was going to be after that. So anybody that comes along and gets the conversation, first of all, and Shelly, you know this about me, I got to be comfortable with you and talk. You got to be around a while for me to even start giving you too much personal stuff But then once we get there, it's a declaration of where we're trying to go, if that's something that's going to be, if it's going to be something that's going to be long term. If you have someone like Red Snapper that says, man, I ain't dating nobody. I don't do jailbirds.
Yeah,
Well, in my mind, as a responsible brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's start with that one and go to Jay.
Go ahead.
Let's go to Jay real quick.
But you get what I'm saying. It's about a level of communication.
Hey, thanks for cleaning me up. That was a beautiful articulation too.
It's not just a communication thing. I'm sorry. That's. But I'm gonna go to Jay. I'm gonna unpack that in a minute. But before I go on to a Jay, after hearing what you just heard, right? You're dating someone currently that's in prison, right?
Yes.
Do you feel that it's possible they could come out and that could be the scenario where they're like, oh, I'm out, I'm free. Let me be me. Are you concerned about that?
The word concern isn't the word that I would use.
Okay.
I do know that people can do what they want and that anything's a possibility. So I would never say he'll never do this, because you'll never know what somebody will do until they do it sometimes. But what I will say is, let me start here. The man that I am with, I first met him when I was 20 years old, and now I'm 39. And when I first met him and corresponded with him, I reached out to him. He was incarcerated then. He's been incarcerated for 27 years, and he's an author. So that's how I initially got in connection with him. So I wrote him, and at that time in my life when I was 20, for some reason I felt very open to talk to him. Sometimes we find it easier to talk to strangers than people that are our friends. So, I'm just letting him know what's going on in my 20-year-old life. And at that time, he was there for me. He wasn't trying to ask me for anything. It was never sexual. He just was giving me advice. It was kind of like he was a big brother or maybe an uncle or something, just a male figure that cares about a young lady that he meets. And I ended up going to Iraq. We lost connection. I ended up getting married, and I hadn't spoken with him for years. During my marriage, I never reached out, even though I thought about him often, because that's how often we talked and wrote letters and things like that. In 2016, when I decided that my marriage was over, that's when I reached back out to him, and we've been in contact ever since. The thing about he and I relationship that I appreciate is he's never asked me for anything as far as monetary. And that was very important to me, because while I was married, my husband was in and out of jail and prison, and he was the extreme opposite, just very demanding financially. So the fact that he never asked me for anything monetary resonated with me. And I feel like he and I are a part in our relationship that I believe the things that he said. He's been very consistent over these, how many years has it been? About 4 or 5 years since we reconnected. Now I know that my ex-husband, he showed me that people do say one thing in prison and come out and do another. If I didn't know, he drove that point home, because that's something that he often did. So I know that it's a possibility, but I'm okay with that. Like, I would love to live the life that he and I talk about having. Like, of course, However, if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to be trying to kill myself. I'm going to keep going and moving forward. And the reason why is I often ask myself the things that I do for him, like emotionally, forsaking on others and things like that. Would I do them if he did nothing in return? And the answer has been yes. I think how we mess up is we do things for people to want something back. I'm going to do this for this person, so they'll do this for me. I'm going to do this so they won't do this to me. When you love that way, we often get left down. So that's where I'm at with that right now.
No, that definitely makes sense. And I understand that you have a very good feeling, and you're mature enough to know that if for some reason it doesn't happen. But my thing is, when they know, you said he's not asking for something, but when someone knows that I'm really just using this person on the outside, I'm just using this person on the outside, and I have no intentions on being with them, and it's not having empathy for either one. That's a hard thing for anybody because people are emotional. People are really think that they're gonna love this person. It's not a game. And to some people, mental health is real. To some people, it's like, yo, I'm so into this person that I'm already planning the life that what I'll have when they come out. So it's a hard thing. I've never dated anyone in prison. I've written letters and everything. I'm only dating the people when they come out of prison. So we'll address that in a minute. But I think that how much longer does he have to do, Jay?
Well, he's actually hoping to get out this year, but the thing about him is he doesn't have a release date. If he doesn't find his own way out, which is monetary, unfortunately, the way America is set up is it's all about capitalism. So if he gets the right figure, he'll be free. But the state of North Carolina wants him to die in prison.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mhm.
All right. So
Mhm.
I
Shelly,
don't
you
know.
know
It's
some
hard.
words, Shelly?
It's hard for me because I know to personal people who were really close to me, who really held these dudes down and got out, was really they're not mentally bad, but they expected to really have a life. So they single parents holding down their family, but still trying to hold down the man while he's in prison. So they're sacrificing. They're sacrificing because they
Can
believe
I
in
ask?
the future.
May I ask? Are these relationships that were established prior to incarceration, or as in Jay's case, Jay Renee's case, someone that was already incarcerated and they built the idea of the support system for the individual, hoping that when they got out, things would be happy.
Let me say this before you answer that. Even if he and I don't be together, the things that I've done for him, like emotionally support and things like, different things, run around to the post office, I would have done that even if he and I were trying to be together.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, to answer that question, so the person that I'm speaking of honestly did this twice. So it was somebody that they had a relationship with from child. You got your boo, your childhood from boo, and you love that boo, but then that boo goes to jail, right? But between those years, you disconnected, but somehow when they get in jail, they reconnect, oh my gosh, I didn't know. They reconnect, and then they find that love again. And that happened twice to the same person. And she said to the second person said, I did this. I don't want to do this again. He said, I promise you, I will not hurt you. I promise you, I won't do what the other person did. I promise you that I am all in. I promise you that this is it. And she said, but I've been through this. I held the person down. I've been through it. He's like, nope, it's not me. You didn't help that. You didn't help me then. It's me. It's me. It's me. Get out. No sooner than he get out, maybe like a week, 2 weeks later, I'm going back to my baby mama.
I just feel like this. Okay. Can I say something?
Go ahead. Because I feel you.
People are old enough to monitor their behavior. Everybody is grown. And I just feel like it's really unfair for a person. Okay, I understand you're in prison and everything, and you have this imagination and the other person and they're helping you. But is it fair because you're in prison and because you're going through things mentally and emotionally, physically, or whatever's going on in there, that you come out and hurt the person that was there to you? It's really not right. And I feel like you knew what you was going to do. I'm talking about the people that actually do it. Because it is some, now I know of people that dated someone before they went to prison and held it down for about 5-10 years. And when they came out, they was actually loyal. They done got married and everything.